Okay, so this is what I did today, and so I should be able to finish this in about 3 days. Now what I'm doing now is I'm going to fill it, the rest of the joints in with the bag, and then it'll make some nice, it'll fill it in much better around the back of the stone as well, whatever the air pockets, which there should be no air pockets in there because I covered the stone totally with mud. That's how I always do it. But that's what happens. It sticks to the wall pretty good, and it sticks to the mesh. Over there I just put a scratch coat on it, which is fine. That's all I really need. I don't even need the mesh. It just took longer to do. Kind of a waste of time. So this is what we do now. Alright, so I fill the bag up with mud. Now what I do now is I like to fill it up just like this. See? Fill all the holes and the harder spots right up. So what I like to do is make sure it gets behind all inside. Just like that. Don't be shy with it, just make sure it's all right inside there. Fill it right up till it starts coming out. And you can't go wrong. See? And everything stays solid. Just fill in all the spots. Usually do it with the joiner, but some parts you can't really get in all the way. So this is the best way actually to do it. So you just fill it right up like that. See, it gets all inside there. You end up not even using as much mud this way. So you just fill it right up like that. Okay. Right in there. All inside the hole. Just like that. Boom. There we go. There. Just fill it right all up. When the mud dries, it actually makes can make a little space behind it, so this will fill it right up nicely. Just find any spot that you missed. Just fill it right up like that. See, any little spot in there. You gotta stand back sometimes and take a look. Just to see where you missed, like right up in here, see? A little spot in here. See? Up inside here. A little bit. In here. Just fill it in. See?
You gotta do without making a mess on the front of the stones. That's the best part.
If you clean it right away, the next day basically, it'll come off right away. Other than that, it'll stay on there. It won't even come off.
So what else I got? So you just want to fill it up. Like a cake bag.
Also on the sides here, you want to use up any mud that you got. See, just like that. This lower works harder because usually it's nicer when you can go up higher, right? Because then it's easier on your back, but all day it's just leaning over like this.
Makes it hard on the body.
So what I gotta do with this is I gotta wait a little bit just for it to dry up so I can
Smoothing it out with my joiner. Like that, see? Press that in nicely. See, there's always a spot, right? See, when you make the joints look nice, the whole job looks way better. You know, it makes it much stronger. Sometimes when you go to a job and you see like the bricks are nice and straight and done nice, but the joints are like shit. You know? The joints are what always makes the job. I remember when I first started working with this guy, their joints were shit completely. They laid brick good, but the joints were no good. As soon as I started going there with doing the joints, he was like, holy. They just got me doing the fucking joints basically when I was an apprentice. And the boss was like, you can hide a lot of shit with joints, man. That's what he was like. And I was like, I know, right? Because when they see nice fucking smooth fucking joints, you know, they just see a nice job, right? You know, you can have the brick as straight as can be, but the joints look like shit. It just looks like, it just doesn't look good. You know? It's the most important thing with you new apprentices. Make your joints always as best as you can. You know, double joint, triple joint. You know? I had guys even say, like, that I work for, they don't pay me enough for this kind of joints. Don't do them like that. They told me not to do them like that. And I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't like not doing them like that. To me, it was like a waste. So, that's why I always did the joints the best that I could. The best that I can. You know? So I want to put a nice stone here, but it's too big to put. So I don't want the joints touching each other too much, right? So I want a big stone here, but I want to go underneath this joint. See this joint right here? I want it to go under. I want it to go halfway into that one. So this one doesn't even work out because it's only like a little bit above the joint. So it's hard to find the proper stone that I need. Unless I start cutting them. So I could probably go like this. Bend the joint. See how the joint's there? I don't really want a cross joint. See how that works out? It's like halfway in between, right? So that's what you want to do. So when I lay this stone, you lay it like that, right? So what you want to do, you want to cover the whole stone, see? Cover the whole stone, totally. Put a little thing in the middle, right? Because you want it to give it like a suction when you put it on there. So what I always do is I always joint right here. Like put it on the side, see? I'm gonna show you why. I'll do this up close and I'll show you. So what I always do, especially with my commercial work as well, is I always double butter it. See how I buttered the side right here? Now, what I want to do now is I want to butter this part. See? Right there. Just like that. And also, I want to put a little bit of mud right here. Because I'm going to, when I join it, so I want it to seal totally. See how you do it? Everyone says this is so easy, but it's not that easy. Like it's, see what? You put it right here. See what? See how the mud goes out? Right?
So what you want to do now is press the mortar in, and that's going to make it stronger, as well as make it look nice, right? And you want to make sure there's no holes. So just like that, see? You want it as smooth as you can. See, the mortar or the concrete is always the boss, right? Because you gotta kind of wait for it to fucking be ready for you to do it, right? Can't do it when it's too wet, otherwise it just makes a mess. You want to keep the stone as clean as possible, and you want to press it in. There's no holes, no water gets in there ever, right? Because if the water gets in there, that's what's going to ruin the stone.
some of those little pieces that I put in there. See? Put a little piece in there.
Okay, there. So there's what I did today. And it wasn't an all-day thing, but I did come here at 11 o'clock. That's when I started. I went to pick up material. And basically only about 15 square foot of stone, basically. Not too much. So, actually a little bit more than that, to be honest with you. It's about 20 feet a square foot. 20 square foot of stone, so. And basically about 5 hours work. That's how it works. I'm not trying to go too fast, otherwise, you know, I can just take my time. I got nobody bothering me or anything like that. And it's all low work, so it's nothing above the waist, which makes it a lot harder. And I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm just trying to do a nice job. And that's the way it works. And do the corner there. And then I got the rest of that to do this week. Peace. Thanks for watching. So what I did is I went over the joints just one more time just to clean it up, make sure there's no holes or anything. And I sealed the top here totally. So there's no water can get inside behind it ever. So when he puts his sill over top, it's never going to leak inside it. And I do that all the way down. And I put even a bottom press joint underneath. Alright, so no water can get in there at all. Even if he left it like this, the water wouldn't even ever get in. But he's got the wood right here. He's got 10.5-inch wood to go across to overlap here. And then I'll put a bead of mud underneath it. First I'll caulk it, and then I'll put mud over top of it, or either or. So, I'm finito today. Done.